Okay, so tonight we're going to be installing one of those Auxbeam 52-inch curved light bars. One exactly like the one that's being given away. There it is, guys. This is going above the windshield. I'm going to be using these brackets right here. I just got these off eBay. They're for the 99-07 body style. And this is an exact bracket for a 52-inch curved light bar. Obviously there's one on each side. And this is bolted on. There's 3 bolts here. Comes with these little nutserts and stainless hardware. You're going to be drilling holes and inserting one of these nuts. And what happens is this gets crushed. And it creates a nut in the sheet metal. Because there's really nothing to hold. Sheet metal won't hold much. But there's the mounting brackets. This even comes with a little bit of foam for your bracket. So it's going to be going right above the windshield there. Should be a perfect fit. We test fitted it, me and Dad, and it's going to fit right where I think they look the best, which is right above the windshield there. I don't think it sticks above the roof. Maybe it does. I'm not exactly sure, but the mounts are going right here. I'll show you once I get going and once I get one installed. So I'm going to get the mounts off the light. We're going to start on one side here and we're going to start marking up to drill the holes. You want to make sure you drill the holes exactly where they need to be. You need to take your time and get them right, because you know what, if you get one off, you're going to have all kinds of trouble. So just take your time, do it right the first time. Okay, so what I've gone ahead and done is I've pulled back this weather stripping. All it does is hook on this little lip right here. And then I put my bracket up there. Where I'm going on this is I'm lining it up with the top of this windshield gasket. So I stick it up there, mock it up. I'm marking the holes, the 3 holes, and then I take a center punch. And I've center punched the center of the holes. Like I said, it's really critical that these holes are in the right spots. Center punch is a must. And then you start with a small drill bit, drill out your center punch, then you go to the bigger drill bit. That will allow that nutsert to go in. Okay, so the sheet metal is actually really thick right there. What you have is, I think, 2 pieces of structure coming together, and there are some spot welds there. But you can see I got one in. It's kind of distorted, but it works out. I'm gonna get this one in here, and I'll show you how I install these little nutserts without really any tool, because they do make a tool to install these nutserts, which I should get one, but I don't have one now, and I'm just going to show you how I get by that. First off, you want to stick the nutsert in there. I like to fill this hole with silicone before I stick it in there. And you want a nice tight fit. You want that to be tight. Then I'm going to take a bolt that bolts into this. But before I stick that on, I have a nut here that I drilled out the threads, and it slides on there, so that's free running. Then what you're going to do is you're going to tighten this up. You're going to take a wrench and you're going to hold this nut, and I've got a 3/8 wrench here that I'm going to tighten up the bolt here, trying to keep everything flush. and then you'll come to a stop where it's really hard to go. You don't want to use like a 1/2 inch wrench on this because you don't want to wreck these. You don't want to wreck these nut certs because they only gave me 6. And that's all that I am going to have, so I can't really wreck any of them. But there it is. It's installed. And all that's doing is crushing that nut cert. It's crushing it and pinching it inside the sheet metal. It's pretty neat, and it works very well for these light bars. So I'm going to get this other one in here, and we'll install this bracket on the driver's side. And if you got your holes drilled right, this thing will bolt on just like that. And again, use more silicone in my bolts. You do not want water to come down and go inside your roof. That would be very bad. So silicone, and more silicone to cover these or seal these holes up. So I got this side done. I'm going to do some cleanup. I got metal shavings all over the place. Going to go to the other side and we'll get that bracket installed. Should be same procedure as this. Taking our time, getting the holes drilled right, and we'll be ready for the light bar. Well, I got her installed. Really, it's a 2-person job, and I just spent a whole bunch of time having to modify these brackets. It's too bad those brackets aren't the same quality as the Auxbeam light bar. But I mean, they're pretty cheap. I think I paid like 18 bucks for those. So be prepared to modify these mounts. I got this one pretty good, and the door is shutting really good. The other side, couldn't quite get it as good. This bracket is not bent right here, and we're getting a little bit of more bindage than you should. Probably could make a set yourself that would really fit nice, but I guess for 18 bucks that's what you're gonna get. So be prepared to have to tweak these mounting brackets. But like I said, I've got it up there. It's looking really good. So on to wiring. There's the wire. Oh, another thing about these brackets is I'm getting a little bindage here. The wire comes out of the light right here, and it's just kind of got pinched up against this bracket pretty good. But you know, there's nothing I can do. I wish they would put these cords away from the bracket area. You know, bring it out back here. You know, or you know, somewhere away from the side. But anyway, I got the wire running on this generation truck. There's a big gap in here with your weather stripping. You can run your wire all the way down that. I have actually run 2 wires on my dually in this thing, so this little wire here should be no problem. Gonna run it down in here. You run it down through the fender. You gotta get the hood open and start getting this thing wired up. Okay, so I'm wiring away here on Dad's truck. You can see he's got a plow harness on this thing. So what I did is I went right to the same spot that I got power for the plow. Right there. Same place I got power for the plow, and it's a lot easier than trying to go to the battery on these trucks. So I went there, then I went to the ground to the battery because I got a bolt in there because of the plow harness. That's how I run them. So, and then the fuse is there. When I'm wiring this up, I always pull the fuse out. so something don't turn on or anything. And then there's the fuse, there's the relay, got the wires running. I've got right here is the wire going into the cab. You can see I got a plow. There's my plow controller harness that's going through there. I just slip that boot, push it through. It's not the easiest thing to do. A piece of wire running through there and then pull it through. Be careful because there are wires going through there. You don't want to cut up your wires poking a wire through there and cause yourself trouble. So just be careful when you do that. This wire here, right there, is the actual power wires that are going to the light. I use them really nice weatherproof connectors there. And like I said, I'm going to tuck it into the weather stripping here. And then that's the light. So I'm going to get all this cleaned up and all the extra wire wound up and out of the way. And then I'm going to go into the inside and we'll mount that switch. Okay, so I got the switch mounted. I just got it right here. And I mean, this switch works. I usually like to upgrade them to one of those switches that have, you know, like say LED light bar or something like that. But I mean, this switch works. I'll probably upgrade later on to something for him. This is Dad's truck. If you can tell, it does a lot of work. And he does a lot of night work, so I think he's really going to enjoy this. He's always scared of running into something that he don't see. And he should be able to see everything with this thing. So that's going to do it for this install video. Don't forget to go to the giveaway video and enter for your chance to win one of these 52-inch bars. It's an awesome light. And Auxbeam on Amazon is going to have some great deals on this bar and others starting July 10th through the 16th. So if you've been looking to get some Auxbeam products, that's going to be a really good time to do that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.